Hello, welcome to Simple Cooking with Eric. Now, on today, we're going to make bread pudding. And a lot of time, you have old bread, bread, the end pieces, or a bread that's just been in your kitchen too long, and it's not really bad, but it's kind of starting to get a little stale. So what I do, anyone that knows me knows that I do not like old bread. Anybody that knows me will tell you that I do not like old bread. So I will maybe use a loaf of bread, maybe once every other day. And once I get going to the loaf twice, I'm through with it. So I wasted so much bread. Now, so I said, you know what? Maybe I need to start saving the bread and just make bread puddings. And I have a lot of people that request bread pudding and want to like bread pudding. So now what I do now, after a couple of days, and I put it in the freezer. So what we have here, I had some hot dog buns, some hamburger buns, some bread, and I had it in the freezer. I took it out the freezer and I let it get room temperature. And so we're going to make bread pudding. So what we're going to need, you need your bread. You need some butter. I got the camera stable, you all, so that's why I'm looking, you need your butter, nutmeg, sugar, raisins, vanilla extract, butter flavor. I have some eggs in this bowl, and milk. So I'm trying to keep the bowl focused at the camera, so we want to get ready to get started. Let me wash my hands. So while I'm washing my hands, people, bread pudding can be made, it depends on what flavors you like, but you could put anything in it. A lot of the new generation don't like bread. They wouldn't even know what bread pudding was, but cause I didn't even know that it existed until, like I said, I worked at the Queen of the Sea restaurant in Chicago, and I didn't know what it was, So what I'm going to do while I'm doing all this chatting and talking, I'm telling you people, simple cooking, simple. You can make everything so simple. And if you don't have a lot of, you want to make something sweet, just do. Now I'm adding a few raisins. Now, sometimes if you want your raisins to be plump in your pudding or anything you're making with raisins, you can always let them soak in some hot water and they will bloom or plump. They will plump up. So now we added our raisins. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to whisk up these eggs. And I really hope y'all can get a good view. I'm going to add my sugar, and this is about, I had a half a dozen, 6 eggs in here, and I just added 2 cups of sugar. I'm going to add some milk. And you can use whatever kind of milk you want, whole milk. I think I'm using 1% milk here. Whole milk, skim milk, you can use to make your pudding. And so I'm going to whisk that together. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to stay in view of the camera. And I'm going to add a little butter flavor. That was about maybe a teaspoon. And I'm going to add maybe a couple of teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then I'm just going to whisk it all together. And then I'm going to add my nutmeg. and probably what I want. And look, folks, a vanilla bean came out of the vanilla extract that I just made. The vanilla bean. And I told you, I'm going to tell you how to make your own homemade, well, real vanilla extract. Now, some people will add cinnamon. I don't like the flavor of cinnamon too much. So I like the flavor of nutmeg more than cinnamon. So I use a lot of nutmeg, you will find out. So now I'm going to pour this in over my bread. And then I'm going to just take my hand and I'm just going to smash it. Now, if you notice, it's not real wet, or, I mean, it's wet, but it's not real watery or loose, you know, real moist. And there's a reason why I do it this way, because when it bakes, it's going to bake up fluffy. And then I'm going to make a glaze, a pineapple glaze, and pour it on top of it. So, and listen, you have to use your hands sometime. Let me wash my hands. We know that coming up, that our aunties and our mothers and whoever was cooking for the holidays, they would use their hands to mix things. So what I'm going to do, and I'm making this for a couple of people. So what I'm going to do, I sprayed my pan, and what I'm going to do is put some of this in the pan, and I'm going to bake it at 375 for about 30 minutes. And once I do that, now, and what I'm going to do now, once I put it in the pan, then I cut up some butter. So we're back, and we're now, and remember folks, I am working the camera, but we're going to check on our bread puddings. Look at those, look. As you can see, they're firm. They are firm, and oh my God, they smell so delicious. And you can kind of see the butter that I put the little pads in. There's a soak on through in it, but we're going to let these sit and rest while we make these topping. We're going to make the topping. Okay, so now coming back over here to my workstation. Okay. Now I have a saucepan. I'm gonna keep it on there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start this, and I'm going to put it on medium. This is one of the little tabletop, whatever you want to call it. But what you're going to need to make this soft, to go on top of the bread pudding, you're going to need, this is about 3 cups of water. A half a can of pineapple, crushed pineapple juice and all. That was a half a can. Two cups of sugar. tablespoon of vanilla, a tablespoon of rum extract, and a half a cup or a stick of butter. Now we're going to let that boil. Once that gets to a good boil, then I'm going to add maybe, this is about a teaspoon of nutmeg. Because people say you use nutmeg and everything. I sure do. But we're going to stir this, and we're going to let this come to a boil once it get hot, and then I'm going to thicken it. And sometimes I add raisins in here also, but since I put raisin in the actual pudding, the bread, then I didn't want to add no raisin in here. And look, you cannot hear me banging. So we're going to get that the opportunity to boil. And once it gets to boiling, I'm going to show you how I thicken it. And I can kind of work on that now. So, in order to thicken it, I don't know if you all can see me. Let me move these things. I'm going to take about maybe, this is going to be maybe like a cup of warm water. And then I'm going to take maybe about a couple of tablespoons of flour, maybe I'm gonna do about 3 tablespoons of flour. Hope you all can see me. And then I'm going to just, and once our product starts to boil, then I'm going to thicken it with this. So I will get back to you while we're working on that. So as we can see, it's come to a boil. And I don't want it to boil over, so I'm going to hurry up and pour it. And so all that was with flour, or it's called like a white thickening. Flour, all that was flour and water. I used to make that thickening. Now I'm going to turn this down. Let that keep until it thickens up. Now, to add, I'll add a little yellow food coloring to give it a little color so it won't look so pale. I usually have liquid. I just had this close by. I usually use liquid coloring. Just to give it a nice little yellow glaze. But nothing but, like I said, liquid coloring. See how it's thickening up now as it cooks, and I tell you. And like I said, folks, you can add raisins if you like to add raisins. But I usually, if I add raisins in the pudding, I won't add it in the... Now, what's going to happen, people, when I put this over the pudding, and as it cools down, it's going to gel up. It's going to get thicker, a little thicker. Let me try some. I do want to make sure that it's Look at how it's looking. You all, is wonderful. Great taste, great flavor. You taste the pineapple, it's not too sweet. Now, I'm going to stop it, then we're going to put it over our pudding. So I'm going to turn the camera toward the one of the bread puddings itself, as you all can see. And like I said, it's loose now, but once it as you all can see, once it chills, cools down and set, it's going to the topping is going to set on top of here beautifully. Look at that, doesn't that look wonderful, people? Look at that. You see the pineapples and I'm going to put the more topping on these other ones, and then I'm going to let them, as you can see, and look how nice they baked up. And the reason why I spray the pan so that they can easily come out, because a lot of times puddings seem to stick to the pans, and I just believe that I wanted to be able to come out easy for you. Okay, thank you. And I'm saying thank you. We ain't even tasted it, Lord. Hold on, let me get another spoon. You all, you know I'm all over the place trying to run the camera and cook and all this other stuff. So, but let's try a little. Oh, look at that. And I'm not a bread pudding eater, so. Let's see. Hot, people. Even though I don't like bread, it's good. Listen. When the holidays come up and it's not that expensive to make, just save your bread, your end pieces, just get a Ziploc bag, start storing them in the freezer. By the time the holiday roll around, you have enough bread to make you a couple of bread puddings for the holiday. The older guests will love it. The new guests, the younger generation, tell them to try it, but it's very good. Thank you for watching. This is Simple Cooking with Eric. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Simple Cooking with Eric, where things are made simple. God bless, love, and peace out.